Alright, it's been a little bit since I made a video. Uh, Today is September 22nd. My last video was a few weeks ago, but that's because there was nothing really moving in the market until the end of last week and really this week. So I didn't want to make a video of showing my trades of just stupid little scalps on subpar patterns. I thought it would have given people the wrong idea and taught them some bad lessons. So I didn't want to do that. I would rather wait until there was something worth sharing, which we have right now in the market actually. So uh, recently things have been slow for the past about 3 weeks for me. I've still been making small gains, few losses. Let's see. Last week really started to pick up, and coming into this week, I could feel that the market's back, it's stronger, and it's really hot, especially the OTCs. And that's exactly what I want to get into right now. The OTCs that have really been sparking this market and brought it back to life. So first, I want to go over ILUS. So this was a play that I have been playing all in here, all during the run up, playing it all over the breakout of these highs. I was in at 19 cents. Basically, I waited to talk about it till now because I wanted it to go through its what could maybe is only its first big move. Maybe it keeps going, who knows, but this was one of the plays that started sparking the market, the OTC market right here on 916. This was a classic OTC multi-day breakout. Now, if I zoom in, let's see, back to this day in here, I actually was buying at 1911 for this breakout move. It was such a perfect consolidating chart, broke out over those previous highs that we saw over here. And I thought, give it a shot. Let's see if it could run. Things weren't really running. There was no real follow through in the market until this. I actually held this one for an entire day into the next day, and I sold into the morning strength thinking, oh wow, that was such a good play. Great job. And then little did I know it would continue and continue and continue all the way up into the 40s. I was still playing it a little bit on the dips and morning spikes. That's a big key. The two key times to play this play were on dips and morning spikes. So I was playing it on this dip, just scalping it, and then of course I had like 100,000 shares down here, scalped it for whatever, few $100, and then this thing runs to 28 gaps and runs the next day. I did also buy it here at 29 this next morning as this run's going on. And the one thing that I want anyone watching this to understand is, for me, a multi-day breakout, the more and more it goes on day after day, as long as we are gapping up and holding green on the day, if we go red, in my opinion, the momentum has snapped and it's time to get out. But every morning, and this is what I do on multi-day breakout patterns, every morning that it holds green, I am rebuying for a morning spike and potential continuation. That's what I did today. Well, a few days ago, sorry. I played this morning spike as it was going up, and then I only played the dip. So any big dips, nothing in here. And then like I said, once we go red, this was the first day went red, like I said. I don't think it's a buy anymore, and I think the momentum has shifted. And what I actually did this day, I got a good short off around 38. I think it was only 10,000 shares. And I covered right into the morning panic. I wanted to take the easy gains. And then I flipped it and dip bought it. That's what I did that day. And then every morning, I was dip buying. This morning, I dip bought it. And then the big dip down here, a very unfortunate event. I had 50,000 shares at 26.83, and I sold right here. I thought it was going to stuff, head lower. It had one fake out candle and then just had a beautiful spike. So one thing I have to get good at is really being patient on these panic dip buys. And if you watch any other videos that I've made, basically I'm doing the same thing over and over. I'm really focusing on OTCs. I'm focusing on the multi-day breakout, which is the front side of the move right here, the breakout over these highs. Every day it continues. I'm a buyer, at least for the morning, for the easier gains. I don't want to call it easy, but simpler gains, I would say. There's a lot less to think about. And then once we put in that top and have that first red day, I'm looking at dip buys all on the backside. And now these are two different patterns I'm playing within one big pattern, which is an OTC parabolic, or some call it supernova. There's many ways to play it, and my favorite is buying the front side breakout and then playing all the dips on the backside. And that's exactly what I did on this. Now this was just the main, this is what I call the main one that sparked it all. So this was really the first big OTC runner in a while. And when there's one runner, there could be more. It gave birth to CYPL, which I actually was buying here. I bought it at 0.0191, I think, so something ridiculously good. Same thing, we have that breakout over previous highs. And then I sold it this same day for maybe 200 bucks. And then the next day it just goes crazy. Now, this is interesting right here because as I was saying, don't mind any of these price alerts. I'm still watching it. I'll go over that later. But as I was saying, if it goes red, I'm out. So I did buy it end of day again here. And then the next morning, the close was 22. It gapped down. I was out immediately. I took my eyes off of it. I thought, okay, momentum snapped. And then it came right back and ripped. And right when I saw this day, when it really ran, and it pushed hard in the morning after I thought the momentum was dead. That was the day the market gapped down huge. I said, okay, I think OTCs are heating up. They're getting hot. So as you could see, when one OTC is hot, another one could get hot. It kept running, and then, like I said, I'll play it every morning on the spikes. I missed this morning actually, and then I'll play the big panics. I played this panic, missed this one, and then I played this one today, but it was choppy. I got chopped around. I basically broke even on it. And yeah, so now I'm going to continue to watch this and basically just I look for the same things. If it sets up again and breaks out over these highs, I'll be buying. If not, and we panic first, I'll be buying the panics and looking for bounces. And even more plays were sparked. TGGI was another one that's really good in the OTC market. Same type of thing. This one, I thought buying at 0.008 was late to the party because chat rooms are talking about it, and I didn't want to chase it. Little did I know it really wanted to run, and now it's a penny higher. Really good volume, really good liquidity, and it's the same exact thing. If you've been paying attention, breakout over previous highs, good volume, good liquidity, and a multi-day runner. Now this one, like I said, when it goes red, I get out. I definitely would have been cutting it. I definitely would have been cutting it the next morning here when it did go red on day 2. And I probably would have left it alone. That's just how I play it. And this one I didn't get a piece of it all, actually. I think I might have played, yeah, I played this panic in here. Made like 300-400 bucks there, like nothing at all. Actually, I don't even know. No, yeah, I did play that panic there, but it wasn't the big picture play. I'm showing you the big picture play. This is a big picture breakout here. Now it looks like it's topping a bit around 2 cents. So now, like I said, once the front side is over, I will now look for big panics on the backside to dip buy. So ideally tomorrow we have a nice big panic with some good volume like it's already trading, and I could dip buy that. And this is all I'm looking for. And now that summer trading's over, market's starting to pick up a bit, I want to make a video, get people aware that this is happening. Things are a lot stronger. There's a lot better opportunity. And while I'm here too, I'm going to go through all the tickers that I've been watching, the ones that I'm still watching. So of course TGGI I'm still watching. The next part of this big parabolic, the next sequence, the next pattern for me to play would be the panic dip buy. So that's what I'm looking for on this. ILUS, ILUS, it had its panics. So now I'm looking for this to start bouncing and have a green day. That could come in three scenarios that I'm really looking for. Ideally, they come tomorrow, if not maybe another day. But scenario one would be a gap up that holds green. I'll buy it for a morning spike, and maybe it really starts ripping and the breakout continues in the next day. My scenario number two is it panics again. I'll dip by the panic, and ideally it doesn't crack this 27 low, and I'll risk it against that for a potential first green day bounce. Or it will just have another huge panic down through 27, and I'll be dip buying a panic. So tomorrow I'll probably be playing this one regardless, and I just want you to know I focus on the ones with the most volume, the most liquidity, the ones where I think a lot of the big money will go into and that could really move. This already proved itself, and I mean it's holding its gains well. Maybe it could keep going. And the other one that I went over in this was, yes, CYBL. So this one, I'm looking, this is why I have my alert set. If it cracks below the lows tomorrow, I'll play this one for a panic, maybe under 3 cents. Or if we start holding up and we hold maybe 0.034, these lows, and we're just grinding all day and then start breaking 4, maybe 4.2 late day, I'll be buying it for a breakout back over these highs. So as you can see, all these recent runners, I keep them on watch. Because sometimes they just die out, but sometimes you keep watching them and the patterns repeat. So these are some of the other ones I've been watching. AXTG almost had the breakout today. Couldn't quite get there. Let me pull up a 5 minute so you can see. Couldn't quite get there. Failed and came down, but I'm still watching it. Have my alert set. AAPT. This one I am watching tomorrow. This is that same thing. Nice volume. Nice spiker. Really proving itself. It's holding up very well. Now if we gap and we start pushing, we break these highs, I might be buying even sooner. I'm not sure yet. I don't know what anything's going to do. I just think about the scenarios and how I'll play them while finding the most liquid plays with the most volume. So this one's a really good one. I think that it could run. It could re-break out and go. We'll see. I will be playing it if it does. Fern was one I did play. I had it at 0.027 and sold it this morning actually. Like I said, when it goes red. So it went red in the morning. I was all out at 3.2 everything. So now this is holding up past that breakout level here. So as long as we're holding up, let's say we start pushing again tomorrow, 3.2 cents, 3.3, 3.4, I would be a buyer again. Now that the market's hot, things are holding. As long as they're breaking out and holding higher lows, I will be buying. BONZ, don't have many plans for this, just watching this chart. PSRU, this was a nice breakout in here. I missed my 0.0081 buy, and again, I didn't want to chase. So I just kind of left it alone. Probably should have rebought right here, 1 cent. But this one, if we gap, we hold green in the morning, I'll probably be buying to see if it could do a morning spike. ICOA, another recent runner, nice volume. Going to be watching this one. If we hold these lows, start pushing tomorrow, break 1.9 cents, 2 cents, I think it could keep going. It already proved it could have a multi-day run, so could probably do it again. I'll keep that on radar as well. TONR, this is a sub penny that's had a huge run recently. This one is all front side moves so far. I think it's a little toppy, so what I'll be looking for now are any big panics. On this one, CYBL I already went over, TGGI I went over. PJET, I tried to play this one today at 0.0165 I had it. Had a nice spike today, but I was uneasy with it. When it was in here, I actually cut my morning position. Then I rebought it right here at 0.0185, spiked nicely, but then again, just got kind of weak. There was no follow through, so I cut it, but I'm still watching it because if we gap up and we hold green, we break 2 cents again, 2.1 cents, maybe it pulls off that CYBL type move where the first day it was weak, second morning weak, and then really spiked. So that's what I'll be looking for there. And my last one is ISWH. Just broke out today. I missed this one, but higher better. This is a higher price one, so I'll be able to short it too, which will be really nice. And that is about it. Those are all the plays I'm watching for today, tomorrow, for the next few days, weeks. We'll see how they develop. And the whole thing about this, play breakouts and then play dips and keep going with it. That's all I do. I keep playing the same patterns on the same tickers that offer great opportunity over and over and over again.